Hey, what's going on, guys? Over here, in today's video we're going to be restoring a pair of white cement 3s from 2011. As you can see, this shoe is pretty beat. What we're going to be doing to the shoe is giving it a full deep clean, a midsole repaint, unyellowing the toe caps, painting the back tap, and possibly some other touch-ups. So it's going to be a lengthy restoration, so let's get started. I'm going to be using the right shoe for before and after, so I'm going to put the left shoe to the side and begin by taking out the shoelaces. Okay, guys, so the next step is to insert a shoe tree of your choice. I'm gonna be using rejuvenators so I can apply pressure on the toe box. And for the cleaning, I'm gonna be using rejuvenators advanced sneaker solution. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go purchase some rejuvenators solution. So let's get started with the deep clean. Alright, guys, so I'm done cleaning up the shoe. So now we're gonna put it inside the washing machine with Rejuvenator's laundry pod so we can get a full deep clean, and I'll be back once I let the shoe dry. Alright, guys, so I'm back after letting the shoe dry, and as you can see, this shoe came out pretty good after using the washing machine. Still looks pretty beat because of the midsoles and the yellowing. So that's the next thing we're gonna do now, is remove the yellowing from the toe cap and the sole. As you can see, it has like a greenish tint. So what we're going to be using is 40 volume cream to remove the yellowing. So it's a pretty simple process to do. Just get your cream of choice. I'm going to be using 40 volume cream. You can use any other cream you want, So Bright, ice cream, or any product you want that removes yellowing. So we're just going to apply it to the yellow areas. The next thing you want to do is get a clear wrap, saran wrap, whatever you want, and just cover it up. And so now you want to put this outside in the sun or in an indoor setup. What I'm gonna be using is my indoor setup. It's just a 1000 watt power LED grow light with a box full of foil paper, or you can use the sun. Doesn't matter, but with the sun, you may cause separation because of the heat. Over here, I don't have to worry about it because it's just an LED grow light. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that right now, and I'm gonna do a 1 hour session, come back, and then turn it over and do this side. And yeah, so I'll be back once I fully remove the yellowing. Alright, guys, so we're back. I'm back after unyellowing the toe caps, and as you can see, they're back to white. No more green tint on the rubber, especially on the gray. As you can see, it's actually gray now. Now we're gonna reglue these areas right here, this piece and the toe cap. So this happened during the washing machine. Just be careful if you're gonna put shoes inside the washing machine. You can cause separation. So yeah, so the first thing we're gonna do is tape the uppers up so we can strip the old glue off the midsole. Alright, guys, so now we are gonna remove the old glue off the inside of there with a cotton swab. So we're just gonna dip the cotton swab into acetone. Oops, dropped a little bit of acetone. So now you just want to remove the old glue. Alright guys, so I'm done removing the old glue. As you can see, it's clean now. So now what we're gonna do is tape it up again so we can lay down our fresh new glue. Okay guys, so I'm done taping up the upper. So now we're gonna lay down our glue, and the glue I'm gonna be using is Barge some Infinity Cement. You can buy this on Amazon, eBay, wherever you want. So it's pretty easy to use. So just gonna open it up, get a cotton swab or a paintbrush, whichever you prefer. Get some glue on there and just lay thin even coats. I know. So now we're gonna wait 7 minutes so we can clamp the shoe. Alright guys, so I'm back after regluing the areas. I already went ahead and did the toe cap. All I did was, after the 7 minutes were up on this side, I just used the heat gun and just warmed it up a little bit, then clamped it together. Same with the toe cap, as you can see. Fully reglued. Alright, so the next step is to tape up the upper so we can strip the midsoles. Alright guys, so I'm done taping up the uppers. So now we are gonna go ahead and strip the midsoles using Raleigh Restoration Midsole Magic. It's a paint stripper. This works fantastic on this midsole because it's like a latex material. So all you do is apply it with a paintbrush or a cotton swab, and you just wanna like put a good amount on the midsole. Alright guys, so as soon as it bubbles up, you want to go ahead and get and just wipe it off. As you can see, this stuff wipes right off. This is perfect because it doesn't damage the midsoles in any way. As you can see, it just wipes off completely. And if it needs more, just go back in with the paintbrush, add more to the areas that still have paint. Okay, so once you remove the majority of the midsole paint, you want to go in ahead and clean up the residue of the Midsole Magic with cotton balls and alcohol, so you can lay down your paint. Just grab your cotton ball with alcohol and just remove the excess. Alright guys, so I'm done stripping the midsoles. As you can see, they're nicely stripped. So now we're going to remove the tape. And now I'm going to go over it again just to be safe. Clean it up with Rejuvenator solution and the brushes just so we can have a clean surface. So just so I can make sure that the surface is ready to be painted on. So I'll be right back once I clean the midsoles. Alright guys, so I am done cleaning the midsole with the solution. So now we're gonna tape up the uppers and the soles this time so we can start with the repaint. Alright guys, so I'm done taping up the uppers and the soles. So now we are ready to lay down our paint. The first color we're going to be using is Angelus Flat White. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into our palette. Okay, so now we're going to lay it down. What we're going to be using is an angular brush. You want to do light and even coats. Dip your brush, remove some of the excess. Do fast back and forth motion like this so you can lay down the paint evenly. After you do your first coat, go in and dry it with the heat gun. And repeat. Alright guys, so I am done painting the midsole. As you can see, sharp lines. Even though I used midsole magic, which doesn't cause any damage to the midsoles, the midsoles themselves were already a little bit rough in some areas, so I had to go back in with sandpaper and smooth some areas down. Here and specifically right here and right here, I smoothed it down as much as I could. And some areas in the black, that's why, I don't know if you can tell, little rough areas, but I got them as smooth as I could. So now we are gonna apply our finisher. What I'm gonna be using is a mixture of matte with duller, so it doesn't have a really shiny finish. It just has a little bit of shine. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with my paintbrush all around the midsole. Alright guys, so I am done applying the finisher. So it's as close as the original factory finish. As you can see, this one has like a little bit of shine. It has a shine too. So that's why I use this specific mixture of matte and duller, so it can have that nicely, like a little bit of shine to it. So now we're gonna remove the tape. So now we are gonna do the cleanup. We're gonna do some cleaning up on the soles. Just tape up the midsole and get acetone and just wipe it down. So yeah, oh yeah, and some paint got pulled, but no worries, I can just go in with paint right now and fix it. But yeah, this midsole came out pretty damn good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll be right back once I clean off the soles. Alright guys, so I already went ahead and cleaned off the paint off the midsoles, and I also went ahead and taped around the back tab so we can repaint it with white paint. So all I did was just tape around the back tab, even in the back, as you can see, it's taped up. And I went ahead and put 3 coats of adhesion promoter so the paint could stick better to the material. So now we're ready to use my airbrush. All I did was put flat white and too thin into this jar thing, and now it's ready to be airbrushed. So let's get started with that step. You want to do light and even coats. Right guys, so we are done laying down the white. As you can see, it's nicely laid down, even in the inside part. So now we're gonna go ahead and use a small detailed brush so we can apply the black paint onto the Jumpman and the air logos. Alright guys, so I am done painting the back tab, the letters and the Jumpman. Came out pretty nice. So now I already went ahead and sprayed it with matte finish so it's protected. So now we're just gonna remove the tape. Alright guys, as you can see, the before and after, much better. Alright guys, so we're on to one of the last steps, which is to paint the leather. So as you can see, there's some scratches up here, there's a couple here, and there's a couple up here. So we're just going to use 800 grit sandpaper to smooth those areas down. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I have the areas fully prepped, nice and smooth. So now we're going to go ahead and use a cotton ball and acetone to wipe those areas down so they're ready for the paint. So we're just going to lightly rub them down so we can get rid of the finish. Alright guys, so the areas are ready. Now I'm going to use this little angular brush to lay down our white paint. Painting the leather, as you can see, all the scratches are gone. In this lighting you can see where I painted because of the weird lights I have, the weird lighting I have in here. You can like tell, but in person you can't even tell it's there. So yeah, so the last step to do is to lace up the shoe. Right guys, so we are done with this restoration, and as you can see, this shoe came out beautiful. What we did to the shoe was give it a full deep clean, a full midsole repaint, reglue, a back tab repaint, unyellowing the toe cap and the sole, and to finish it off, a leather touch-ups. So I hope you guys found this video informative. I always try to aim for those in my videos, try to make them informative so you guys can restore your own shoes at home. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, take care guys. This was Ava. Catch you next time.